So Israel must go. Israel should have never existed. Iran doesn't recognize Israel, and I support Iran on that.
Do you agree with Israel and their strike against Iran?
Yes, I agree 100%. It needs to continue.
And what should American citizens do in regards to this particular position?
Just go along with it. Shut the fuck up with your complaining and know that we're doing the right thing for the world.
Hey everybody, I'm AG and welcome to the Real XP Show. Today, I want you all to follow me as I attend a massive protest that took place in front of the New York Public Library at Bryant Park. There, you'll see many people who were against America entering the war with Iran. You'll also see those who were in support of Israel. Welcome to the Real XP Show. Hope you like it.
So what can you tell me about what's been going on with Iran and Israel recently?
Well, what's been going on with Iran and Israel? Basically, the push is to get them to go to war and to drag the United States into that. What's called the breakaway ally, meaning if the United States doesn't do it, then Israel does it on its own. And in order to get the United States to come in, that's what's going on.
Now, would the United States joining this particular crisis, would that benefit United States citizens or would it not benefit United States citizens?
No, it would be a disaster because you'll have China coming in. You have Russia coming in, and basically, just one launch of a nuclear weapon, everyone's gonna go and launch theirs. Pakistan, China, Russia, United States, everyone's gonna do that, and we can't have that happen. One false flag operation, boom. And it's all over.
Why are you here today?
We are here for justice for Palestine, justice for Gaza, justice for Iran. Yeah, that's why we're here.
What is the position that the United States citizens should take when it comes to this new conflict with Israel and Iran?
America should their own mission. They have $38 trillion debt. Watch this shit. Don't look at the Gaza. What is called? Don't look at Israel. Don't listen to them. That's it. Nothing else.
Do you think there's a false narrative being pushed to the American citizens?
Yeah, it's Netanyahu. It's Netanyahu is doing this one. He's the war criminal who is taking America to over there too.
If I'm not mistaken, I think the international what's the international court? Yeah, aren't they trying to arrest Netanyahu?
Yeah, they're trying, but America, when America helped him, so then he's safe.
So yes, Benjamin Netanyahu, Israel's prime minister, actually has arrest warrants out for him right now. The International Criminal Court put those out back in November of 2024. They're accusing him of war crimes and crimes against humanity during the war in Gaza, like using starvation as a weapon, plus murder, persecution, and other inhumane acts. Israel's former defense minister, Yoav Gallant, is named too. In theory, if either of them travels to a country that recognizes the ICC, they could get arrested, but Israel doesn't even recognize the ICC's authority, and they say their own courts can handle any investigation. Some people think these warrants are a big step toward holding powerful leaders accountable. Others think it just makes everything more complicated and the conflict even harder to solve. Right now, nothing's actually happened yet, but it's real and it's something the world's watching. All right, now let's get back to these street interviews and let's hear what real people have to say.
What do you hope to accomplish here today?
So we try our best for our level. We don't have much to do, but we stand for justice. We stand for Palestine. We stand for Iran. We don't want war, this kind of billions of people killed. No.
What are some words you want them to know?
American people, I'm gonna tell them, don't listen Netanyahu. He's a world criminal. He bring America billions of money from here, and he mess up with over there Middle East. Don't listen him. He's not good guy. Netanyahu is not good guy at all. If you believe him, you're gonna go another way. That's it. American people should focus their own. They have $38 trillion debt. Well, fix those kind of stuff, and that's all. Yeah, and free Gaza, especially Gaza's people. May Allah bless them with goodness. Gaza's people, we make dua for them. May Allah help them with patience and also immediate cease in Gaza. Yeah, this is important.
What brings you out here today?
We are here today to protest the Zionist attack on Iran. We are here to state that it's the state of Israel and the 77 years of occupation, 77 years of aggression, which is responsible for rivers of bloodshed, one cycle after another. Yes, they are claiming in the name of my religion to justify all these crimes. This is totally wrong. This is not my religion. This is not what Judaism stands for. Judaism is our religion. Zionism is our nationalistic movement, but especially when they're killing, stealing, murdering, entire families has been killed, entire villages have been wiped out by this Zionist regime. We have a duty to stand up to say no. This have to be stopped. This is totally wrong. No, they are not acting on the safety of the Jewish people. This is not self-defense. They are endangering the Jewish people around the world. We lived in peace with the Palestinian people for hundreds of years until the movement of Zionism started. It's the movement of Zionism which is causing rivers of bloodshed. It's not the differences of religion. We had differences of religion for the longest time. It's the brutal occupation which have to be stopped in order to see peace.
What would you say to other people who identify as Jewish, right? What would you say to them, thinking that you are like a traitor or that you should be siding with them?
This is the Zionist tactics, how they want to silence everybody. They silence the brave people who are standing up with accusations of anti-Semitic. They want to silence us Jewish people when they claim we are self-hating Jew, but we will not be silenced because it's our duty to stand up. We cannot see how this genocide is taking place. It's live on TV and social media and the world is still silent. This is unacceptable. We need to stand up. Jews around the world are waking up, and with God's help, you will not be intimidated by these Zionist individuals who are saying we are self-hating Jew. Yes, the Zionists are claiming they gifted the world when they attacked Iran, but this is totally wrong. They gifted the world with rivers of bloodshed for 77 years. This have to be stopped.
What are your thoughts about what's happening between Israel and Iran currently?
So this is just one cycle of violence and bloodshed within the long chain of this Zionist regime, 77 years. This have to be stopped. We as Jewish people are sending our message to the Iranian government, to the Iranian people, that we condemn this attack. The 30,000 Jews in Iran, which is standing bravely against the Zionist regime, we are sending our message to them to be brave and not to be intimidated by the Zionist regime, to stand up and send support to the Iranian government.
This guy's making a lot of noise. Sir, may I speak to you, bro? May I speak to you? I would like to know your thoughts about what's going on.
It's bullshit. They're disrespecting the country. They're disrespecting America. That's why we're here. We're here pro-America. Pro-America, that's why.
And what are your thoughts about Israel and Iran, sending missiles to each other?
Everybody has a right to defend themselves, but sometimes if you start something, you're going to find out.
Should American citizens get involved in what's going on right now?
We should help Israel.
Why?
They're an ally. They're an ally. We should help Israel.
I am a Jew, and I am horrified and disgusted with the genocide, with war after war that's driven by Israel. And I'm here as a Jew to say we must end this now. This is such an outrage. I'm so ashamed of my country. I'm so ashamed of Jews in Israel.
Because you said that, what would you say to people who say that you should be supporting Israel and that if you don't support Israel, you're like a traitor?
I say it's important to go back to 1948 when the great scientist Albert Einstein was asked to be the first president. And he said the very concept of Israel is racist and fascist. And he wrote a letter to the New York Times signed by many of the most prominent Jews.
Okay, so I want to share a piece of history. There was a public letter sent to the New York Times back in December of 1948. This letter, it was signed by well-known figures including Albert Einstein and Hannah Arendt. The letter addresses Menachem Begin, who later became Israel's prime minister, and his political party at the time called the Freedom Party or the Herut. The writers described this party as having similarities to European fascist movements. They pointed out that the Freedom Party grew out of the Irgun, a militant underground group active during the British Mandate period in Palestine. One of the main examples they used was the attack of the village of Deir Yassin in April of 1948. According to the letter, Irgun forces attacked the village, which they described as not being a military target, and killed over 200 men, women, and children. They wrote that this act shocked parts of the Jewish community at the time and that attackers publicized what they did instead of hiding it. The letter also described how the Irgun and related groups used force within the Jewish community. It says they broke strikes, used intimidation, and pushed an ideology of ultra-nationalism and religious mysticism. They compared the party's approach to what they called a leader state, similar to fascist models in Europe. Begin was visiting the United States at that time. The signer said his goal was to gain support and funding for his party. They urged Americans to look closely at the party's record before offering any support, warning that public support might unintentionally strengthen what they described as extremist politics. This letter shows how complicated and debated the politics of early Israel were, and how different voices, including some highly respected intellectuals, saw the situation. Whether you agree with their views or not, it's an interesting piece of history that still sparks discussions today.
Albert Einstein was asked to be the first president, and he said the very concept of Israel is racist and fascist. And he wrote a letter to the New York Times signed by many of the most prominent Jews saying Israel is fascist and racist. And so that is important.
I represent most
Thank
Jews.
you.
She is a fringe lunatic. She's a fringe lunatic. I'm Israeli. We are for Israel. We support Israel, not a fringe lunatic like that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, can I ask one more question? So do you agree with Israel and their strike against Iran?
Yes, I agree 100%. It needs to continue.
And what should American citizens do in regards to this particular position?
Just go along with it. Shut the fuck up with your complaining and know that we're doing the right thing for the world.
Wow. I don't know about you, but that was pretty alarming. I think Americans definitely have a say in what this country does when it comes to war with other countries. It's very important since our tax dollars are what funds things like this.
I'm here because Israel has the right to defend itself. Iranian is a dangerous regime. But before you continue that, let me read this. Hell no to Sharia law. Islam equal honor killing. That means honor killing. If I'm Muslim, I can kill in the name of Allah. It's fine. In the name of Allah, I can kill you. Also, I'm Muslim without Allah. Say no to Dawah. Say no to Islam misogynist. Say no to Muhammad. Say no to Zakat. Say no to Jizya. Say no to Islam Caliphate.
What's this for?
Okay. Please read the Quran cover to cover. Yes, the Quran was written many years after Muhammad died. There are about 26 types of Quran today. Look it up, Google it. Don't believe me, Google it.
And of course, I took his advice and I Googled it. And this is what I found. First, most Muslims believe there is only one Quran, the original Arabic text that Muslims believe was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad. This text was preserved by his companions, both in writing and through memorization. The standardized version, known as the Uthmanic Codex, was compiled during the time of Caliph Uthman and is still used today. But the story doesn't end there. There are recognized variations in how the Quran is recited. These are called qira'at. Islamic tradition says the Quran was revealed in 7 araf, or modes of recitation. Over time, this led to different ways of reading the same text, all considered authentic. Today, there are 10 recognized recitations, each named after a scholar who transmitted it. These differences mostly involve pronunciation, pauses, and sometimes slight word forms, but they do not significantly change the meaning. The most common recitations used today are Hafs and Warsh. It's also important to separate these recitations from translations. When the Quran is translated into other languages, that's not a new version of the Quran itself. It's an interpretation of its meaning. The original Arabic is what's considered the Quran. So, while you'll see many translations, there's only one core Arabic text. So in short, there's one preserved Arabic text, but multiple ways to recite it, called qira'at. And translations help people understand its meaning in different languages. I hope that clears up a question that gets asked a lot. Now, let's get back to those interviews.
Islam is a dangerous religion, ideology. Islam, para que me ayudes aquí.
Islam, the U.S. should not recognize Islam as a religion. It should not. They want to use Islamophobia. We're not. We don't care what your religion is. But like I said before, if your religion is going to preach hate towards other religion and an annihilation of other religions and other people, who's for that? Nobody's for that. They are for that. The Quran, we don't need to read the Quran. There's like 20-something books of the Quran, right? What are you supposed to believe? They say Jesus is not the prophet, Muhammad is. But Muhammad married a 6-year-old. How come you? What's the best way to be a polygamist and a pedophile? Follow Islam. Follow Islam. That's the best way. And it'll be legal. It'll be legal. You cannot marry a 10-year-old.
No, you're absolutely right.
A 10-year-old still playing with dolls. You can't do that. The best way to be a polygamist and a pedophile is through Islam. They say that's hate. I don't have hate in my heart. I don't even follow religion. We don't care about that. But we care about human beings and human lives. That's not caring about human life. That's very easy. They want to get into a big debate. They want to deep dive about the Quran, about the Bible. No religion is perfect. But check out what the Quran talks about. Hatred towards, kill the infidel. How come I know all this? It's there. They're putting it out there. Who do we thank? We thank social media. Everything on social media is not bullshit. Sometimes, if you listen to the narcissist, if you listen to the wacko, they're gonna give you the message, and you gotta put things together. People forgot about 9/11. Wasn't it 19 Muslims? It's wrong to say that. It was 19 jihadists, right? What's wrong about that? I saw 9/11. I'm 55. I saw 9/11 with my own eyes. We don't want that happen again. How do you protect your freedoms and your country? It's called eternal vigilance. That's what it's called, eternal vigilance. That's how you watch it. And through baby steps, they'll take your rights away. Baby steps. You got a senator here who hates America. You get a congressman here who hates America. You get people like AOC, radicals. They got, what do you got?
Communism.
No, we got the DSA. We have Democratic Socialists. What the hell is that? Never heard of that before. Democratic Socialists. All we ever had was Democrats, Republicans, right? Conservatives. Now we got DSA. We got the Democratic Socialists. Socialism never worked around the country and around the world. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
So I'm against Sharia law, and I don't know if I tell you before, but Iran attacked. You can correct me there because you'll be surprised. This kid has more knowledge than me.
I don't know about that,
But
Iran attacked both Israel and the United States.
Attacked the embassy.
Yes.
In
the US
Argentina.
embassy.
In Argentina.
Yes,
in Argentina.
that's correct.
Okay, so I never heard about these particular incidences, so I decided to Google them. And here is what AI had to say. First, in 1992, the Israeli embassy in Buenos Aires was bombed. The explosion caused many deaths and injuries, and it remains one of the worst attacks on an Israeli diplomatic mission. 2 years later, in 1994, the AMIA, the Association Mutual Israelita Argentina, which is a Jewish community center in Buenos Aires, was bombed too. This attack was even deadlier, killing dozens and injuring many more. It's considered the worst anti-Semitic attack in Argentina's history. In April 2024, Argentina's Supreme Court ruled that Iran was responsible for ordering both of these attacks. The ruling also confirmed that the group Hezbollah carried out the bombings as Iran's proxy. The court's findings were based on various pieces of evidence, including testimony from a former member of Iran's Ministry of Intelligence and Security. The ruling also pointed to Hezbollah's presence in the region and Iran's role in providing them with logistical support. Several high-level Iranian officials were named in connection with the attacks. This includes Iran's former intelligence minister Ali Falahian and former foreign minister Ali Akbar Velayati. Argentina is continuing its legal efforts to hold those involved accountable. Some of the accused Iranian officials are being pursued through international legal channels and could be tried in absentia, which is in the absence of. So, to sum up, Argentina's courts have officially linked both of these tragic bombings to Iran and Hezbollah. It's a topic that still shapes Argentina's foreign policy and its ties with Iran today.
They want Israel to just say nothing? Let me tell you something. If I slap you, I'm going to say something that might be offensive. If I slap you or your mother, you're going to let me do it? So that's what Israel is doing. So Netanyahu, help me with the name of your leader. Huh?
Netanyahu is his name.
Netanyahu?
Yes,
He's defending his people.
Benjamin Netanyahu, he's otherwise known as Bibi.
Bibi,
Yeah,
he's defending his
yeah.
people. So I support Israel 100%. Thank you. Because guess what? In Israel, I can be LGBTQ. I'm proud LGBTQ. I'm immigrant. So I'm not from this country, but I like this country. And that's it. So basically, Islam is a dangerous religion. Thank you.
A lot of interesting people out here, to say the least. We're going to try to catch up with the rest of these protesters.
From the belly of the beast, hands off the Middle East, hands off the Middle East. From the belly of the beast, from the belly of the beast, hands off the Middle East, hands off the Middle East. We want justice, you say how? We want justice, you say how? Hands off, you don't know. Hands off, you don't know.
And after several more minutes of chanting and beating on drums and blowing on horns, this guy then comes up to deliver a passionate and fiery speech to the crowd. Check it out.
New York City, make some noise! Make some noise! I need to hear more! I need to hear one more time! New York City, make some noise! Today, we took to the streets. The people of this city, Iranians, Palestinians, working people, doctors, nurses, every sector of society, look around you. This represents the will of the people of our city. We know that the will of the people of our city is not for more U.S. Zionist adventuristic wars in the Arab, Iranian, Middle Eastern region. We took to the streets today because as we speak, Donald Trump is gearing up for a clear, direct United States involvement in this war. He's laying the plans. He's rallying Congress. He's fighting through these political gaps. And make no mistakes, brothers and sisters, this is not a U.S. entry to the war. Since the 61st day after the negotiations, the day Israel began its illegal criminal aggression on Iran, Trump and the rest of his administration have been clear what their level of involvement is.
Shame!
Support with weapons, diplomatic assistance, intelligence, planning, strategic support. This is a United States war on Iran. This is a United States war on Iran, just as Israel's genocide on Palestine, on the Palestinian people of Gaza, is a United States genocide. Over the last 5 days, the U.S. and Israel have martyred more than 200 Iranians, 90% of them children. Endless strikes on civilian areas, on people's homes, while they're sleeping, while they're attempting to carry out an ordinary, normal life. And at the same time, these bloodthirsty war criminals have still been intensifying their attacks on Gaza, still carrying out humanitarian massacres, so-called, still horrifically gunning people down as they wait to fill their empty stomachs with any small portion of food that they can get. This is what they want in Gaza. This is what they want in Iran. This is what they want for the entire Arab region, for the entire Middle East, and ultimately, brothers and sisters, for the people of the world. But are you going to stand for that? Are you going to stand for that? Are you going to stand for that? Will you let Donald Trump, Marco Rubio, Pete Hegseth, and whoever else speak in your name and say that this war is for your safety? Will you sit silent as they drag us closer to what could be World War III? Or will you fight? Will you fight? Will you continue to fight? Especially in New York City, brothers and sisters.
Now, he was very passionate about what's been going on currently in the Middle East between Israel, Palestine, and now with Iran. I do hope that some form of peace can take place so that way on both sides, innocent lives can stop being taken away unnecessarily. Now, after he delivered his speech, the protests came to an end. I decided to stick around and see if I can talk with people and get their thoughts and opinions on what's been going on.
The last thing that the Middle East needs is a white leftard from America to come tell them what to do.
You were going to get my friends killed! Peace! You're fucking around finding out! You're fucking around finding out! You're gonna get my friends killed! And you should be dead instead! You should die in Israel! You need to go away right now!
Okay, let's go. Begging for my money!
No one's begging for your money! No one's begging for your money! You are broke!
Officer, why do you let them get so close? I'm sorry. Because I'm standing. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm standing behind you. Thank you. We love Israel. We like apartheid. We like American money. We like genocide. We call it Jewish. We like Jewish values. Free, free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. We want justice, you say how? Dispersion. And the occupation now.
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
Hands off Iran now!
Hands off Iran now! What money is worth? Free, free, free Palestine! Just some genocide supporters.
Israel's a genocide state.
Fuck Israel! Fuck Israel! Free Palestine!
As American citizens, why is it important to support Israel in this particular conflict?
Israel is the only democracy in the Middle East in a sea of Islamic fundamentalism. It doesn't mean anything about religion. It's about understanding that America and Israel are united together and standing against hate. And I understand that it looks like, and it can look like something that you might not agree with, but to understand that to be free in the Middle East, Israel is the only country where you can. Israel is the only country where you can be gay, where you can be...
You want to go to Starbucks?
I'll go to Starbucks. But Israel's the only country in the Middle East where you can be gay, where you can be free, where you can go into government regardless of any religion that you are in. It welcomes every religion. It doesn't matter like who you are. To say it's an apartheid state, to say it's anything, it's free. And America stands with the free. And that's why I support Israel.
What about the idea of allowing people to live how they want to live? You know, like if people in Iraq have been living a certain way for X amount of centuries, or in Iran or in Syria, why can we just allow them to live the way they've been living?
I don't want them to. Do you want to answer this?
Repeat the question. Why can't we just be satisfied with allowing people to live how they want to live in the Middle East? For example, let Syria live the way it's been living. Let Iran live the way it wants to be living. Let Iraq,
Yeah, I have an answer. So, okay, so are you phrasing the question like, why, is this like a question like why Israel's doing what it's doing to Iran?
I know the question. So, in my opinion, to say, it's their culture, right? Is that your question? Yeah. It's interesting because we as a culture and this movement that I so once stood for, that I still stand for, in order to say, we want freedom. We want people to have equal rights. We want women to be free. We don't want to oppress our women. We don't want to rape our women. That is something in the West that we have the privilege of being able to walk around the streets with my hair showing. I have that privilege. And to say it's their culture, why aren't we condemning? In my opinion, I don't believe that that's feminist. Feminism, in Iran right now. Iran is wildly suppressing their own women, with Masa Amini, what happened in the start of the women life freedom movement. We want to support the women. And I'm going from a woman's perspective because I am a woman, not a woman, but I am a woman. And I don't think that we can make peace in the Middle East like all of us want if we can't get to a place where we can be free. And I know we all want freedom.
What about women who feel that they're not oppressed and they want to live in that particular culture without interference from people like you and me living here in the States?
So I have worked with a lot of Iranian women. I've interviewed them. I wrote a piece on the women's life freedom movement and October 7th, and how these movements are Iran is basically oppressing an access of power essentially they're a ring of fire against Israel essentially, and their access of power affects everyone. What was your question?
My question was, you shared your opinion and how you felt about being a woman here in America and having the right to freedom. But what about the women living over there that like the culture that they live in and don't want to have our views, America's views, imposed on them?
I think that this is an opportunity to actually talk to the women that you believe are happy. Because I think there's a difference, let's take hijabis for a second. There's a difference between choosing to wear a hijab and forced hijab. There's a difference between wanting to be part of this and wanting to wear the hijab and having no choice and not being able to use your voice. And I think that the advice that I would give is ask the women. Ask the women if they feel safe. And I would say the majority of them don't. And I've talked to many Iranian women.
I'm not
religious. They don't feel safe. They don't want to go back there.
When they come out here, they don't have the same intentions as us. When we come out here, our brothers were burned in Israel. Our sisters were raped in Israel. The children, whatever, all things happened in Israel. They come here, they don't know what they're talking about. They see some shit on TikTok. They come here out here like zombies, like sheep to a herder. And they come out here thinking they're all right. You ask any of them, they're all brainless fuck. Sorry, brainless people.
I think if there was an opportunity and people were open to communicating, they would see that we actually all care about human life, and we are October 7th was horrible, and if we were able to communicate and see eye to eye, there would be space to say we all care about human life. Why can't you condemn what happened on October 7th? Why can't you condemn the rapes?
I beg you guys to just do a tiny bit of research, and I don't know how you wouldn't see that we're on the right side. It's the shit that happened is so inherently wrong. I don't know. Just do your responsibility. Do a little research. Just a tiny bit. Just like the tip of the iceberg. I promise you'll see we're right. It's a fact. Has been proven time and time again.
I'm saying if you look into it, you can see that we did nothing wrong. They hit us first. You can see as Hamas. They came at us first. We attacked back, obviously, as self-defense. If somebody would hit you, you'd hit back. And we even give warnings every single time that that we plan on bombing or like trying to get a leader. You see, they put flyers and everything 24 hours in advance. They say, "Do not be here. We do not want to attack any innocent." But them, they don't give a fuck. They'll put their kid in front of them. They don't care at all. They'll put their kid in front of them as a shield. You know how sick that is? If you think about it, imagine for the people that have a kid. Imagine if you had a kid and you're putting that in front of you as a protective shield. Think about it for a second. Just think about it for a second. We're right. You do a little bit of research, a tiny bit of research. That's it. You'll know that we're right. That's it. Don't do any corrupt shit. You go to TikTok, yeah, bro. TikTok's freaking brainwashed as shit. You go on TikTok, you'll see the most retarded stuff. You actually look into it. You actually look into the proper news channels. You'll see who's right.
We are Jews and we are against the occupation of Palestine. Because we are Jews, we are against the state of Israel, because Judaism is a religion, and Zionism moved away from a religion to a nationalist movement. So we are against the state of Israel, we are against the whole occupation of Palestine. In the Jewish law, you are not allowed to steal, not allowed to kill other people, so we want to live in peace with the Palestinians like before the state of Israel.
So then, why do you think some Israelis are in support of what's going on? If everyone identifies as being Jewish and subscribing to Judaism, what's the separation between everyone?
Because some people are misleading. Some people educate wrong what is Judaism. And they educate as Judaism is a nationalist movement, so they want to protect themselves. But we know Judaism is not a nationalist movement. Judaism is a religion. We have to be true to the Torah, true to the God. And we believe we are now in exile. You are not allowed to take our own land before Messiah is coming.
When I look at you, I see a black man, right? Ethiopian.
Yes.
Okay. So, as an Ethiopian, why is it important for you to stand with Israel?
Because what a lot of people don't understand, the first thing they like to say is that, oh, do you know what they did to black people? Which I refer to them as Ethiopians like myself. Yeah, they were rescued because of what was going on, what the Arabs were doing to people of color and are still doing to people of color. Am I saying all Arabs are like this, by the way? No. But the whole slave trade and the massacre that was going on against our skin tone by Arabs, nobody wants to talk about. Israel did a rescue operation and brought tens of thousands of us by airplane, by flight over to Israel as a safe haven. And from there, we reproduced, we lived our culture, we lived a happy life. You know, Israel is a very diverse group of people. It's not a monolith. So when people say, you know, it's this white supremacist state, it's so untrue. It's just anti-Semitic. It's all groups of people in Israel.
I just want to say one more thing. We went over to one of the guys. I want to hear his side. I want to hear what he got brainwashed with, right? He said, I don't know He said, I don't know, I'm just holding a flag.
That's what someone
Are you? Yeah, I promise you. You can ask him. He was right there. Does it make sense? Would you support something? Would you try to like protect and say all that stuff if you don't even know what you're saying? That's retarded. You think about it?
It sounds like a fucking idiot to me. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I'll keep it a buck.
listen, have them get paid.
I was there on October 7th. I was in Jerusalem. And I decided to stay. I decided to stay because how dare I leave when these are people's lives that are suffering, and I know people who were killed. I know people who had their whole families lost. I know people whose kibbutz seem they can't go back home. And fortunately, I got home safe, but not everyone else did. And here I am because I saw the way that we came together and I saw the culture that it was. And the culture is loving. We want peace.
Do some research for your fucking views. What the fuck you doing with your life? What the fuck you doing with your life?
I mean this in the nicest way possible. Get a fucking grip.
Yo, get a job, bro. Look at you. You're fucking 70. Get a job.
It's so sad.
Get a job. Get a brother. Oh, get a job. Get a job.
Good boy. Good boy. It should be all over you. Oh, good.
I'm Israel. Chai. I'm Israel. Chai. I'm Israel. I'm Israel. I'm Israel. Chai. You're sad. How? You have brothers living in Israel. How could you take the other side?
You kill innocent kids in Gaza. You are killing innocent
My cousin got burnt in a fire. I'm with for all life. I want everyone. I don't agree with word, but my cousin got burnt in an oven.
Yes, for one Israeli, they died 10,000 Palestinians.
I'm with you guys. No one should die, but my cousin got burnt in an oven, so I'm fighting for what's right. You're with me? What? Jewish? My cousin got burnt in an oven on October 7th, and this is what we're out here dealing with? That's sticking with it. It's crazy. All right.
I got him.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Leave it alone.
Oh, leave it. Okay. Okay, you got it. Yeah. Okay.
Why are you scared? Sir, behind the right car.
Right behind this.
Right behind this.
Good job. Maybe hit the gym a little bit. Good job. I'm Israel. Hi. I'm Israel. Hi. I'm Israel. I'm Israel. I'm Israel. You're rallying against your brother. How could you rally against your brothers? Who research?
You speak Yiddish. You speak Yiddish. You believe the wrong things.
God fucking hates you. That's what it comes down to.
Whatever you guys want, not here.
That was NYPD separating the two different groups. It seemed like there was a bunch of them against the one man, so it's reasonable and understandable.
Jews never recognize the state of Israel at all.
No, why not? Because it's not supposed to be done until Armageddon, or
No, because
there's different reasons.
No, it's because it is like against our religion to have any sovereignty. The state of Israel is like a rebellion against God, because the God told for the Jewish people in exile. So we have to wait only godliness. We are forbidden to have any sovereignty. But the Zionist is a new philosophy founded 128 years ago to change the goal of Jews from a religion into a nationalistic movement, just about politics and just to oppress other peoples. And we know for a fact the Zionists, they create, they made the hate in the world. They create the hate. They oppress other people in the world. They put bombs against other. Before the Zionists was the Arabs, and all the Arab countries was very good to Jewish people. I know that. I hear from all generation people, and so after also included in Palestine also was we was like family with the Arabs, So but just after they starting to ethnize the people.
Yeah, but is that not a promised land though? Israel is a promised land.
Yeah, right. The God promised the land for Abraham, Jacob, Isaac, but he says also only time when God give the land. If not, if he take us back, it's not the Jews.
Oh.
So according to our belief that after the civil destruction of the Holy Temple, we are like in exile. We have to be amongst nations around the world. We are forbidden to have any sovereignty.
Got it.
This is
So you're more against Israel than you are for Islamic Republic. Is that true?
Right. Right, because it's not because it is in the basically it is in the believer they have not right according our belief they don't have any rights to exist.
Yeah. So it's not about Islamic Republic. It's more about
It's a lot about
existing Israel as an idea.
Let me be clear. When they call themselves Jews, if they say they are Jewish, they have Judaism is just a religion. It's not a nationalistic movement. It's not something It's just a religion. So if they say they are Jewish, they call it the state Israel the name of Jews. So they are forbidden to have any sovereignty.
Can I ask a question?
Sure. Yeah.
So is there a difference between someone who is Jewish and someone who is a Jew?
It's the same thing. Judaism is a religion of the Jews.
Just one more quick question: how many of Jewish people believe like how you believe, rather than the other side of it?
Yeah, it is the most people. How more religion they're more believing the real religion of Jews. They know that we are now in exile. Yeah.
So the more religious you are, you less believe into Israel as a state.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not believe. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No believe in the state of Israel. Yeah.
Got it. Can I take a picture of you? Do you mind?
That was some good information. I would like to know what brought the two of you out here today.
As far as for us, just pretty much in support, both of course for Palestine and
Iran.
obviously for Iran as well.
I'm Iranian American.
What are your thoughts on what is happening between Israel and Iran right now?
Well, Israel has martyred innocent people. The first martyr was an Iranian little girl. Israel has murdered children. Israel has been murdering, it's murdered children, women, elderly, and men are important too. And Israel, that especially with children, children are so innocent that Israel has martyred children, many children.
Now, before I came out here, I saw a clip about Netanyahu saying that there was a clip someone made from now all the way from 1995 saying every few years he will say that Iran is like a couple of weeks away from having an atomic bomb or a couple of months away from having an atomic bomb. And it's been shown from 1995 up until now. And from what I know, I don't know if there's been any nuclear weapons or atomic weapons that Iran has had. So what is your thoughts about the what some would say is propaganda that is being used against Iran?
Iran,
sorry.
Iran. Well, no, it's okay. It's not that. It's that I want to say about that Iran, regardless of people disagreeing about the government, one thing that is good about the government in regards to following the Islamic principle of that nuclear bombs are not allowed because of the inhumane consequence, such as what happened to Japan. So it is not allowed for Muslims to have nuclear bombs. That has been made clear. There's been ruling issued in regards to that. So Iran is not going to have nuclear bomb, and Israel is the one that has nuclear bomb. Israel is the one who stole Palestine, who took Palestine in 1948. Israel is the one who should not exist, that the world has been turned upside down because Israel stole land, and there's this propaganda in regards to that Israel, Palestine, that anti-Jews. No, that people, Jews, Christians, Muslims were living in peace, that people were living in peace in Palestine before this Israel. So Israel must go. Israel should have never existed. Iran doesn't recognize Israel, and I support Iran on that. That was a people's land. There were people living there, Palestinians, Jews, Christians, Muslims, that all people living in peace, that regardless of what's happened to other people, that the Jews that's suffering, that doesn't mean that you can just give somebody's home to other people. That and also to use religion as a justification, that would people accept if Muslims were oppressed, and if our Holy Quran, if we claim that the Holy Quran states that we have the right to, I don't know, occupy some people's land, and we have the right to live there, would people accept that? That people would call them terrorists. They would say, these Muslim terrorists.
But that was a good interaction. It was good to meet someone who is Iranian. So it was good to hear what they have to say.
All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Those were some solid interviews. We were able to get out there, talk to real people, and bring you what's really happening out there in the streets. I'm AG, and if you're feeling this, make sure to smash that subscribe button. Drop a comment. Share this with someone who needs to see it. Keep tuning in and keep watching the videos we put out. This is The Real XP Show. I'm AG, and I'll see you next time.